Titans and Trailblazers is brought to you by the MNC Group.
Hello Africa, welcome to this, what promises to be a very intriguing session of Titans and Trailblazers from the world famous Labadi Beach Hotel in Accra. And today you have to strap on your seatbelts because it's going to be a roller coaster ride. So please stay tuned, we'll be back with more of Titans and Trailblazers.
MGL Logistics and Supply is your trusted partner, providing seamless solutions for all your procurement needs. From sourcing products to managing imports and exports, we ensure smooth and efficient transactions every step of the way. Whether you require goods from across the globe or need assistance in exporting your products to international markets, we got you covered. General trading is at the heart of our expertise. We specialize in a wide range of products, catering to various industries and markets. As a trusted dealership in building materials, we provide high-quality products that meet the demands of our construction projects. Additionally, we act as manufacturers' representatives, connecting producers with distributors. Our expertise in logistics is the backbone of our operations. We plan and execute transportation and delivery of goods, ensuring they reach their destination on time and in optimal condition. MGO Logistics and Supply, guaranteed satisfaction.
I'm a brands manager. Of course, I accept only quality and affordable printed souvenirs for my promotional campaigns.
I'm the head of academic affairs of a very important institution in Ghana. Of course, we only deal with quality, reliable printing companies for our institution's printing materials. I'm talking about appointed time printing.
Appointed Time Printings. We take pride in our extensive print scope that transform your ideas into captivating visual masterpieces. We delve into the core objectives and vision of each print project. Precision printing is at the heart of our printing process as we meet your tight deadlines. Our rigorous inspections, color verification, and overall printing excellence are assured. 20 years of printing excellence. It's always a pleasure working with you to create a vibrant, dazzling printing experience that gives you a masterpiece. Appointed Time Printing, your world of quality and affordable printing.
Welcome back to Titans and Trailblazers, and today I have a true titan. This is somebody I particularly admire, not least because even though he comes from a clearly profound technological background, he's able to bestride business and understand how technology creates value for business. In fact, in 2017, I have a letter here he wrote to me on 22nd May, and he said to me, Professor Robert Ebo Hinson, HOD, Marketing Entrepreneurship, University of Ghana Business School. He said, come to Kempinski Hotel to give a keynote speech, and I was supposed to speak on creating digital ideas, building your business, and we had what was called at the time a social media 360 summit. So I want to start from there and welcome to the Titans platform Mr. CK Bruce, CEO of Innover.
Thank you, Prof.
CK, you're welcome.
Thank you so much, Prof.
Always good to connect, sir.
Yes, sir.
So you remember the social media 360 summit?
I do.
We had a good time then.
Very good. Sir.
What are your thoughts on social media, and will this conference ever come again?
Yes, Prof. Social media seems to be the very new frontier of everything. Culture, marketing, news. Currently,
with cybersecurity concerns too.
Yes, I was going to come to that. You know, currently, I'm on TikTok seriously.
Correct.
And not for any reason but for my news.
Absolutely.
And what I love about TikTok is the backstory news that it gives.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And for me, right now, you know, if DSTV is gone off, I don't care. 'Cause I don't watch DSTV.
Absolutely.
I mean, everything is on TikTok.
Something on TikTok.
You know, and more you realize that organizations are realizing the power of social media.
Absolutely.
I know that in North America and Europe, it's very much there, but we are now cottoning on to it here in Africa.
Absolutely.
And it is a very critical tool.
Okay.
I think it's a very critical tool.
Okay, so we'll come back to tech and social media later, but tell us about yourself from your beginnings through your Kwabutre days and what God has led you through up to this point, sir. Where were you born? Who are your friends?
I was born in Accra, 37 Military Hospital.
Okay.
My father was a military officer.
Oh, wow.
Officer. In fact,
Okay.
he was a former army commander.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then he transitioned to being a diplomat.
Okay.
So
Some diplomats were commissioned yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So about 40, 50 years ago, it would have been him.
Okay.
You know.
Wow.
So you know, in those early days, coups and things, and my father wasn't really a politician, so he was transitioned to being a diplomat. First, we were in the U.S. He was a military attaché there, and then he became a high commissioner in Pakistan. Then we moved to Egypt, then to Senegal, and then he retired.
Oh, Senegal as well?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
He was in Senegal.
Okay.
So he was in Senegal. He was covering Gambia, Senegal, and I can't remember the third.
Really?
country.
That's very interesting.
Yes, so he was the ambassador.
Interesting.
there,
Okay.
You know. So I followed him around, and then I came to Infantsman in Form 2, and I was there till Form 5, and then I moved to the UK. Went to Oxford Brookes University, did a course in information systems and software engineering.
Correct.
And then, you know, I actually moved back to Ghana when my first child
Okay.
was born.
Indeed.
I was contemplating, do I bring up my children in the UK or in Ghana?
Okay.
And I said the UK wasn't.
Okay.
No.
You prefer to come home?
Yes. I
Okay.
preferred to come home. So
Okay.
that was the
pull.
Yes.
Okay.
The instigator.
Okay.
To come home, and then I had a second daughter.
Okay.
So I had 2 girls. And
Okay.
I brought them up in Ghana.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
You know something that I thought of with my daughters. You know, my name is Columbus Bruce.
Indeed.
Too heavy. You know, and I was jealous of my colleagues from Zambia. They had solid African names.
Absolutely.
My daughters don't have English names.
Oh, wow.
For the first 15 years of their lives, they fought with me.
Okay.
Why don't we have English names? Why don't we have English names?
Okay.
Today, if you ask them, they are settled in their solid Ghana names.
Indeed.
They are very settled and they are very proud.
Indeed.
And I think at least that was one thing that I really achieved being an African.
It was a deliberate strategy.
Yes, it was a deliberate
And you
strategy.
followed through.
I followed through.
Okay. And you're also related to the famous C.C. Bruce.
My brother.
Yes. I worked with him on a couple of projects in his enterprise days. Yes. So, okay. So now let's go back to tech for Africa.
Yeah.
You know, I've often heard Africa will leapfrog because of tech. My PhD at the University of Aalborg in Denmark was on e-business and export, and I was trying to look at how tech can be used as a small business export accelerator. So I've been in this whole e-business, e-commerce thing for 20 years plus from the business side. What is the true promise for tech for Africa? Is it hype? Is it reality? What has the trajectory been? Where are we? Where should we be going? Tech for Africa.
You know, if you go to the rural areas, you will realize that there is a lot lacking. Okay, even when we travel and we experience, maybe healthcare and other things in Europe. We even realize that we in the big cities in major countries in Africa, we can see the difference.
Absolutely.
How much more in the rural areas?
Absolutely.
So it really worries me that we need to harness technology to improve healthcare.
Absolutely.
I think that some horror stories I've heard, I really think that needs to leapfrog, even though it has leapt, but it needs to be more, more. And I think AI should provide that bridging of the gap.
Okay.
Then in agriculture, I think there's a lot that it can do to enhance how well. So for instance, I know of a solution that can identify the best soil.
Indeed.
For the right kind of crops.
Indeed.
To be able to,
to plant
so
and grow.
yes.
Okay.
So I really think that we need to be using technology far more to be able to really.
How about tourism? Because sometimes I hear some highfalutin ideas, and I'm not too sure whether we have the right context understanding, because I think context matters for tech deployment.
Yes.
Because the nuance of the context dictate the appropriate technology.
Yes.
And then you can maximize the tech you deploy.
Yes.
So in this whole tourism space, where do you think the opportunities for using tech, AI to get better?
Well, to make what we have known.
Indeed.
Out there.
Indeed.
Even in Ghana, there are some areas in Ghana that we don't even know about.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
I went to Sugakope. I am till now, I can't understand why Sugakope is not more on the map.
Absolutely.
It is a fantastic, serene area. And
absolutely.
I would expect that this is the opportunity for social media, for us to see and to know that, there are these places. Virgin, go there and go and relax and enjoy yourself.
So why are we not doing a detailed ecosystem mapping? Because you see, these spots exist, but you need to have a conscious plan to audit the whole ecosystem.
Yes.
Then you identify the spots, build a strategy, and then why is there a lack of strategy when it comes to these things? It's always ad hoc, one photo here, one photo there. Tourism management is all about one photo here, one photo there. So why is there a strategy lacuna? What is going on?
So one of the problems I see is our brain drain.
Indeed.
Our good people, as soon as they become good, then they are being pulled or they migrate to other places, and I really feel sorry when I hear of certain very, very good talents
doing amazing work, like groundbreaking work, in different fields.
And I think that is one of the
challenges we
the
face.
challenges that we are facing.
So what should African governments do to accelerate digital transformation?
Prof, we are
bearing in mind that I think that government also shouldn't carry the whole burden of digital transformation, but what can they do to facilitate it?
Prof, one of the enablers of digital transformation is cloud.
Indeed.
Yes, cloud. When I came to understand cloud, I said, wow, this is it. And it is enabling us, very much to bridge the gap between. But there are certain big gaps that governments will have to step in to ensure that it happens. We don't have data centers on the continent, and the big data center providers haven't come onto the continent solidly. This is where the powers that be need to use that influence to bring them onto the continent. I can understand, because we might not be the best business case for having data centers on the continent, but this is where government should work on it there are other reasons apart from money and business value. Okay, they need to work on it, and I think that this is where our governments need to work in creating that enabling environment to be able to ensure that we have data centers on the continent. I mean, it has far-reaching reasons why, not having these data centers on the continent will affect our future march ahead.
Recently, we lost another Kabodwe Behemoth, Herman.
Herman Chinyere
Herman Chinyere
was my mate.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, what do you know? Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Was my
Okay.
mate.
Excellent guy.
Yeah.
And Herman was the life of the party. He was larger than life. And interestingly, so recently I was Pro-Vice Chancellor of the Ghana Communications, and Herman was on our council.
Okay.
So the day before he died, he came for a council meeting, and then we exchanged pleasantries. We spoke a bit. But one thing he was always passionate about was showcasing the power of tech for changing Africa. So can you speak to one or two or three good examples of how tech changed something, either in Ghana or anywhere in Africa?
One of the amazing applications in Ghana that I see is the drone usage in delivering medicine in our rural areas. And I thought that was a fantastic.
Absolutely.
And that was unique.
Absolutely.
And that is one thing that Ghana has to be proud of.
Absolutely.
It was the first
Absolutely.
globally
Absolutely.
in applying. We've heard drones in wars and things like that.
Absolutely.
Ghana applying it to deliver medicine. And one of my nieces who's a pharmacist worked on that project for a bit.
Wow.
It was so amazing.
It was revolutionary.
It was.
It was revolutionary.
And I find that to be really good. And sometimes we do these projects and within a couple of years it dies out.
Yeah.
It's still working now.
Absolutely.
And I think it's been quite some time.
Indeed.
And I think that's a very amazing application of technology for.
I think medicines are crucial, right? Especially in far-reaching areas where just simple medicines.
Simple things.
There's a difference between life and death.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
But we also need to be real about the continent we are on and also speak about certain structural barriers. I know you spoke about the data centers, but is there anything else that's holding back Africa's IT progress, and how do we overcome them?
I think the data centers are very, very key because, in terms of skill sets, we have it. In terms of the various platforms, they are available. Even though maybe we didn't develop them, but the platforms, they are available to develop the solutions. But to be able to run the solutions, make it available everywhere, then we need a data center.
Okay.
We need data warehouse.
Okay.
And that is so critical. And us not having it, I think, because you see, Prof, to really run AI responsibly, we need our own data models and data sets.
Indeed.
Okay.
Indeed.
And I think that without that.
So just to piggyback off the last point you just made about we need our own things, how do we balance importing technology with developing indigenous IT solutions? Because the Jew always seems to be out on the matter, so what are your thoughts?
I mean, I think it's necessary. I think it is very important that we create that enabling environment that our brains can develop. Yesterday I was at a program and it was looking at some cybersecurity products, and the question that came that some of these products are so expensive. How can it be made more affordable? It can be made more affordable if we develop our own.
Indeed.
And to me, there's no reason why we can't. There's actually there's no ability reason why we can't. We have the ability, we have the but it is ourselves, we don't trust ourselves.
Indeed.
So if you see an American one and a
Indeed.
Ghanaian product, we
Indeed.
will gravitate towards the, we need to, I think, you see, because at the end of the day, if we do not patronize our own products, then, they can't grow. There are so many examples of Ghanaians developing solutions, but then they can't mature because they are not being patronized.
Indeed.
We are patronizing things that are not our own.
Indeed.
Okay. I always say that Buy Ghana movement, we need to go on board and ensure that we are doing Ghana on everything.
Indeed.
Not just rice or something or these, foodstuffs.
Indeed.
It must cut across.
Indeed.
Anything that is made by Ghana, it should be patronized by Ghanaians. Okay. How do we think China got to where it is now? How? It's because India. I went to India. Prof, I didn't see Range Rovers. All the cars on the street were Indian cars.
100%.
And I've noticed that Indian companies here still use Indian cars in Ghana.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
You see?
Yes.
So for them, it's culture.
It is. It is.
So if it's made by my country, that's what I'll use. That's
and I'm
my
proud
first,
to use it.
Exactly.
Proud to use it. So
exactly.
they've developed a taste for what they produce.
Yes.
And they consume it.
Yes. Prof, are we saying we haven't made cars before? We have.
We have.
Do you remember the Boafo?
Very much.
It's a Ghanaian made vehicle.
Very much.
Where is it now?
We don't like our own.
No. We don't like
We don't like. I consult for several people on this continent who say, but Prof, plug and play is quicker. All these local things, you can't really trust them. So you almost get the sense that even those who have the commercial wherewithal would rather get some foreign plug and play and go rather than work with a local developer and sort of. But the local developers inspire confidence because, see, I've also heard people say, Prof, those people, you can't really trust them, we can't be lab rats, we can't be guinea pigs. So what are your thoughts on the matter?
No, Prof. We will recall the early Japanese cars.
Yes.
They didn't look trustworthy.
My brother, do you remember when we're using Parsecam, NTSC, and we had Toshiba, Sony, Philips?
Yes.
Who would buy Samsung at the time? Today,
Exactly.
if you enter Samsung is premium priced. And so I think if you allow things to grow, they become better over
mature.
time. Yeah.
And maturity can only occur from usage.
Yes.
You see, the developer needs feedback.
Yes.
Needs to be told that this is please you can improve it.
Yes.
Then they know.
Yes.
And that feedback can only be solid when a lot of people are using
Absolutely.
it. Then I will get the feedback.
Absolutely. So I think we can translate this idea then to AI as well, because one thing I hear is that we need AI models that are trained on our data, that is trained on our content, that's trained on. So would you agree that with AI too, we need more AI that understands what we do, and so therefore becomes better solution providers? What are your thoughts on that?
One of the risks from AI is bias.
Indeed.
Okay.
Indeed.
And the bias is based on lack of so bias to us.
Of course.
And when I say us, I mean us.
Of course.
And the likelihood of us being identified as something untoward, as a criminal, is very high likely.
Very much.
Because of the data sets that are available.
Absolutely.
Or because of the data sets that are favorable to us that are lacking.
That is correct.
You see.
That is correct.
So that is a huge bias.
I'm sure.
For us.
I'm sure if we want to put that content into any AI tool, probably will have us pop up, and
Straight.
Sometimes the narratives are counterintuitive, but that's what it is. That's what they see, and that's what they'll read, and that's what they'll use. But I think we need to do better with our own.
We need to do better with our own, and some of the small things behind it. For instance, we need to store our data. We are not.
That's true. That's true.
Okay.
That's a big issue.
You know,
yes.
Organizations might have 1 terabyte of data. If it's full, buy more. But no, they'll clear that and, you know, store.
It's amazing, right? We just throw data away all the time.
We're throwing data away.
You know, I keep saying that I left the advertising agency business 23 years ago. I still have campaigns I ran for Herman at Soft Tribe. I still have campaigns for Oman Foforo and A-Science. I still have them. I have the proposals. I have the... So I could show you creatives on Twitter. And that's how I am. I just store data. Yes. But I find that people are not very good with keeping data for a long time. But that's a problem, isn't it?
It's a big problem. Companies say that, I mean, the cost, no. So buy more, no, let's clear this data.
Wow.
You know, even I mean, from a cybersecurity perspective, we have few standards that certain data needs to be kept for 90 days.
Indeed.
Companies are not doing that. They're keeping only for 30 days.
Wow.
And then they are clearing, and then so again, from a cybersecurity perspective, if we need to do an investigation, you know, something might have happened 3 months ago, 4 months ago, then there's no
you can't track it.
There's no CCTV
Indeed.
films to be able.
Indeed.
Nothing is there.
Wow.
You know, in North America, they have data going
back, sometimes decades.
Yes.
And you know, with better data, you can track us where you can do trend analysis. You can do a lot of stuff. Yes.
That is what AI is about.
Absolutely.
That is what AI is
absolutely.
about.
Absolutely.
You know, AI needs to establish trends,
yes.
and then they can come up and give us all the suggestions.
Absolutely.
But
on that data challenge, we will take a short break and come back with more of Titans and Trailblazers. Please stay tuned.
MGL Logistics and Supply is your trusted partner, providing seamless solutions for all your procurement needs. From sourcing products to managing imports and exports, we ensure smooth and efficient transactions every step of the way. Whether you require goods from across the globe or need assistance in exporting your products to international markets, we got you covered. General trading is at the heart of our expertise. We specialize in a wide range of products, catering to various industries and markets. As a trusted dealership in building materials, we provide high-quality products that meet the demands of our construction projects. Additionally, we act as manufacturers' representatives, connecting producers with distributors. Our expertise in logistics is the backbone of our operations. We plan and execute transportation and delivery of goods, ensuring they reach their destination on time and in optimal condition. MGO Logistics and Supply, guaranteed satisfaction.
I'm a brands manager. Of course, I accept only quality and affordable printed souvenirs for my promotional campaigns.
I'm the head of academic affairs of a very important institution in Ghana. Of course, we only deal with quality, reliable printing companies for our institution's printing materials. I'm talking about appointed time printing.
Appointed Time Printings. We take pride in our extensive print scope that transform your ideas into captivating visual masterpieces. We delve into the core objectives and vision of each print project. Precision printing is at the heart of our printing process as we meet your tight deadlines. Our rigorous inspection, color verification, and overall printing excellence are assured. 20 years of printing excellence. It's always a pleasure working with you to create a vibrant, dazzling printing experience that gives you a masterpiece. Appointed Time Printing, your world of quality and affordable printing.
Welcome back to Titans and Trailblazers, and with a very hardworking and cybersecurity astute Mr. CC Bruce. So, CC, tell us about, sorry, CK.
Thank you.
Sorry. Because you and CC are like twins, Mr. CK Bruce. Okay, all right. So, CK, tell me about Innover. That's like your baby and you've carried it for years. In fact, your shirt is branded Innova. What is it about? Why did it come about? What's it doing? What projects have you done? What's the promise of Innova?
Yeah, it has a nice history. Actually, the word is pronounced innovare.
Innovare, okay, Innovare.
It's the Italian word for innovation.
Oh wow, Innovare, okay.
Yes.
All right.
So Innovare came about in 2007 when I teamed up with a few other colleagues. One of them was Adia.
Adia, okay.
You know, a very unfortunately, COVID took him away.
Oh wow.
But he was one of the people who really changed my perspective on IT and everything to look at business value.
Okay.
Perspective
of
everything,
IT, that's
and not
right.
just delivering
Tech for
things.
tech's sake.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, we've been around since then, doing training early days. Regulation came up, then we were able to go into cybersecurity, consulting, providing solutions, and since then, you know, we've grown. We are providing a full gamut of services from the compliance perspective, and I think that I believe that we are currently the #1 service provider. We are tier 1 CSA service provider, but I think.
So which industries have you worked in? Provided solutions to?
Logistics,
Okay.
financial services,
Okay.
academia.
Okay.
We are big in fintech.
Okay.
Obviously, we've provided services for IT companies.
So let's jump on the issue of compliance. Even without discussing tech, compliance is a big issue.
Big.
So how does Innovare help companies to improve their tech compliance propensities?
You know, more and more, compliance is becoming a big headache. I remember I was speaking at a conference about 8 years ago, and I was saying that at that time, you know, African companies, compliance is a non-issue. My colleagues in Europe and North America, compliance is perhaps their biggest headache.
Biggest.
Okay. Now that headache is slowly coming. Well, not slowly. It has arrived, and it is really giving tech companies something to think about. You need to comply and ensure that you are doing the right thing. You know, so like AML, anti-money laundering, is very, very key. Unfortunately, Ghana was blacklisted for having poor AML regulations a few years back. So it is something that is very, very important. Responsible computing, data privacy. You know, there's quite a number of things that are there to protect the consumer. Okay, one of the things about regulations and legislation, compliance requirement, is to protect the consumer. You know, very, very important, just to make sure that we are, all the technology development is actually doing the right thing for the consumer.
Okay. So on the issue of protection and compliance and consumer, in your estimation today, what are some of the biggest cybersecurity threats from a global perspective?
There's a huge emerging threat around quantum computing.
Indeed.
Okay. Now, quantum computing. Okay. Now, the bedrock of any security, information security infrastructure for any company is encryption.
Indeed.
Your ability to encrypt your data, encrypt your traffic, encrypt everything, so that even if I'm able to break through, I cannot read what is being written.
Indeed.
Okay, so it's very, very critical. Some years back, encryption was expensive, so we were choosing only critical data to encrypt. Now, you know, it is affordable. So straight off, my advice to everybody is that encrypt everything, even your phone. encrypt it. Okay. Now, the assurance of that encryption is that not that it is unbreakable, but it will take 30 years for anybody to sit and try and break any encryption. Quantum computing enables you to do it in 5 minutes.
Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Absolutely.
So it is. It's
a headache.
It is. It is.
I see. Okay.
It is.
Recently, haven't there been stories about data breaches in the US, and it's like even sometimes hospital data can be breached, and so even in advanced countries, data breaches are a big thing. Oh,
you see, despite all the things that are there are still certain organizations that are still not doing the right thing.
oh okay.
You see, they might not have put all the encryptions together, or they might be using very, very weak encryption. They might not have put all the processes together to enable that that high level of protection being available, and then the criminals get. But you know, the criminals are also very active.
They are wild. They are very wild. I think some people actually go out to hack. And on the issue of hack, what is ethical hacking? It's not like a paradoxical thing, like ethical hacking.
Okay, so let me give you an example. So you are at home and you want to be sure that your security setup for your home
it's
safe.
intact. Yes.
Yes.
So you try and hack it yourself.
No.
Okay.
You will get somebody.
Okay.
Try and break into my room.
Okay.
You know, try and break into my house.
Okay.
You know, and so that's it.
Okay.
Basically, so if the person is able to break into my house, it gives me knowledge as to where my weak points are.
Okay.
And then
I have a smart home.
Yes.
And I want to check whether or not I can
things
disable
yes.
for someone to walk in.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So you need to you need to realize that the bad guys always have an advantage.
Okay.
Always. Okay. Because they have the advantage of looking and trying to find the loopholes. Okay. So we need to be proactive and find those loopholes before they do.
Indeed.
So that's why the ethical hacking, everybody needs to engage an ethical hacker at least twice a year.
That's right. To
come
troubleshoot you.
Yes.
And make sure you're on track.
You're on track.
Oh wow.
Exactly.
Oh wow. What do you know? Okay.
Exactly.
I've also heard routinely that when financial service firms are hacked, they don't like to make too much noise about it because
that is you see, that behavior is so counterproductive.
Oh, okay.
Because you see, again, if the hacker used a certain approach in getting through, other similar institutions need to know so that they can protect themselves.
Oh, okay.
So that sharing of information is very critical.
Oh, really?
It is very critical.
So you don't subscribe to this? Keep quiet.
No.
No, they believe from a consumer confidence standpoint, they'll say a bank is not good.
You see,
or on the balance of probabilities, it's better to share the practice,
share,
so that we
so
all
that
learn.
we know, so that we can that sharing of information doesn't necessarily need to be public.
Indeed.
There should be a sharing house.
Yes.
So that the industry can share it.
Absolutely.
And even that, sometimes they don't do it.
Wow.
You see.
Wow.
So
wow.
You know, it's a very, very tough, and I can understand it, but we need to look at the bigger picture and say that, look, share the information, because if it happens to somebody else, they will share it to you.
Indeed.
And then you can also put in the right protective measures, and then to avoid being, because, you know, if a hacker tries something, it works, I am going to try it across.
Oh, absolutely.
At once. You see, at once.
Indeed.
So you know, you'll be protecting yourself by sharing those
interesting. That's a very interesting perspective. So on this issue of fintech and the increasing scope of what would typically have been telcos, and the whole phenomenon, for instance, of MTN and MTN Momo, and how they're almost spawning off financial service arms from the telcos, and your arguments to and fro about the pros and cons of this phenomenon, but there's one thing I think I know about it. You're the tech guru. When a wave is coming, it's coming. So there's so much to debate.
Yeah, you see, at the end of the day, it is what the consumer wants
Indeed.
and can do and should be able to be doing. Okay, more and more, right now, this device is perhaps the most important device. I do everything. I do all my banking. I can sit here and transfer to anybody across the world. You know, so if that's where it's going, unfortunately, that's where it's going.
Okay.
You know, telcos are becoming banks. You know, so I mean, there's you know, it should be allowed.
But
It's
my
all part of the
understanding was
innovation.
that there were early opportunities for banks to more constructively partner telcos to unfold this revolution. Unfortunately, I think banks stayed in their lane, and then they seem to be getting overtaken.
Yes. So they've lost the advantage. I would say, because they felt that it wasn't going to get to where it is now.
Indeed.
You know, and it is moving. It is moving so much.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
it's moving so
Okay.
much.
Okay. So on the issue of banks and cybersecurity, where does Africa stand today across the multiplicity of industries you work in relation to even cybersecurity professionals? And I'm honing in on skill availability because, you know, we both serve on the board of the Institute of ICT Professionals Ghana. So where are we on the skill equation, and where are the opportunities for improvement?
You know, Prof, there's a problem growing, arising. It is creeping up on us, and it's about the skill set. And it is, and so there's a trend that our people, and another brain drain of cybersecurity professionals. I mean, over the last about 5 years, the number of our cybersecurity professionals who have left, sometimes not necessarily to outside Africa, within Africa, okay? There is a global shortage of cybersecurity professionals.
Absolutely.
It is not an African thing. It
Absolutely.
is not a Ghanaian thing.
Absolutely.
It is global. So right now, they are coming to get professionals from Africa. You know, there was one German bank who came to one of our major telcos and swept a whole department
No way.
of IT auditors.
No way.
all
Sure,
to-
they pay them a very
straight.
tidy sum to carry them off to
Telling you.
Europe.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. You know.
Wow.
Uh,
Was that serious?
It is serious.
My
It is
goodness.
serious. It
Okay.
is serious.
Okay.
And I myself, I have 2 of my sharp ladies in Canada.
Oh,
At the
wow.
moment.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
I started them, then they went. Okay. And doing marvelously well.
Hmm.
Okay. So what I fear is that it might get to a point that we don't have professionals to do things for us. I'm getting very, very, very concerned about the level of departure.
So the issue of skill, I'm going to ask you a cybersecurity question from a marketing professor standpoint. So here's what I found. Going to a classroom to teach marketing from a textbook is different from actually devising marketing campaigns, running brand campaigns, having baselines, doing tracker studies. So I beg, help me with this. These institutions who also say they offer cybersecurity training, are they at the supply side endowed with human beings who have actually solved problems, who are reading from textbooks and claiming they are granting cybersecurity degrees? I need to know what's going on. At least from a marketing side, I can say that those theoretical marketing lecturers, they don't really add much. You need to have solved real problems to go and teach somebody how to solve problems. That's just marketing. I don't know about cybersecurity.
Prof, I'll say it quietly. I'll say this quietly is a problem.
Okay.
Because one of the things that's right now I am can I say I'm enjoying doing is getting fresh young people who have been graduated from university, and they don't know anything.
Yeah.
They are definitely not prepared for the
marketplace.
You know, and we are so. I literally have a conveyor belt of, as soon as they they are brought up, and then other companies are poaching my people. So Innovari is getting to be known for, I mean, the big four are poaching my people.
Oh wow.
I mean, everybody, the bank, everybody is poaching my people.
Okay.
Okay, and I understand, okay, because, you know, coming straight from university, they don't know much. Okay, I mean, cybersecurity, it's nothing. There's nothing. You see,
Well,
I mean, I keep saying that some of them, they need to get some of our professionals, if not to lecture, if not to, you know, run courses, but to be give talks, give practical talks of what exactly is going on in industry.
Absolutely.
So that they can
Live
really
projects.
Yes, yes. You know, yes.
So let's segue into health and kidney challenges and renal challenges. And I know you have a deep personal journey with kidneys and kidney issues. And I need for you to start sharing with us how your management of those challenges is shaping your outlook on life, and what lessons you can share.
Prof, you know, I had a great advice when I was 40, that as soon as you are 40, you need to do regular checkups.
Annual checkups.
Annual checkups.
Absolutely.
And that's when they discovered that my kidney function was deteriorating.
Okay.
So I knew that quite some while ago.
Okay.
You know, I think mid 2000s.
Okay.
So I started seeing a nephrologist around 2010.
Okay.
So I've been managed for about 10 years.
Okay.
Before it finally failed.
Okay.
Around about 2022.
Okay.
And I started dialysis.
Okay.
Okay. So it's been a managed deterioration.
Okay.
Perfect. And I want to really thank Prof. Boima of Kolebu. He's the head of the nephrology department, for, you know, being my doctor.
Absolutely.
And, yeah. And Prof, you know, there's that feeling that, you know, once you're on dialysis, that's the end.
You're dead.
You know. Oh, I mean, it's far from truth.
From the truth. Okay.
People think that, oh, is it stressful?
Okay.
Is it painful?
Okay.
None of these.
Okay.
None. I mean, basically, the machine is just replacing your kidney in filtering out
Absolutely.
the toxins.
Absolutely.
And the fluids
Indeed.
from your blood.
Indeed.
To be able to
Indeed.
make your, you know, your body function
well.
You know.
Okay.
So it has been perhaps the difficult part is looking for a donor.
Okay.
That's the difficult part.
Okay.
But for me, lack of stress is that I have a great set of siblings.
Okay.
They support me.
Okay.
You know, more than 100%.
In tremendous ways.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then perhaps I have the resources to be able to keep up with all
Okay.
the cost of the medication.
Okay.
Prof,
Okay.
is not cheap.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's not cheap.
Wow.
And, you know, it really, I really feel it when I see other people who might not have the resources
Absolutely.
to be able to continually, you know, bear the cost.
Indeed.
Of this. And,
Indeed.
And that can be heartbreaking.
Okay, but even in managing, like you speak to it, and the issues around dietary changes, and I mean, like, is that okay? So sorry. Let me backtrack a bit. So what can you do to treat your kidneys better? I guess let me start from there till I get to. I don't know if there's anything to say for that.
Prof, now that my kidneys are gone,
Okay.
I'm free.
Okay. Okay, I hear
I
you,
can
sir.
eat anything because I go and then the machine takes it down and I'm free.
Okay.
But on a more serious note,
Okay.
I think that, not that I think, people need to take what they eat very seriously.
Yes, please.
Because our kidneys are so fragile.
Yes,
actually,
please. Yes, please.
You know, and more, I mean, I'm seeing younger people being affected
That's true.
by kidney disease.
That's true.
I mean, primarily, it is affected by your if you're diabetic,
Okay.
and if you're hypertensive.
Okay.
Those two combinations
Okay.
deteriorate
Okay.
your
kidney function.
kidney
Okay.
function.
Okay.
And you know, watching your sugar is key.
It's key.
And watching, you know, trying to reduce meat intake.
Okay.
Trying to manage your protein, general protein intake. You know.
And BMI issues, your weight,
Yes,
stuff like that.
your weight.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
And then even taking too much drugs is not good,
Okay. Okay.
because it makes the kidneys overwork.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
You see, so I mean, it's something that we definitely need to let everybody know more about, and so that they can, I mean, they can take care of themselves.
Okay. All right. So, how do you think society can better help people who are managing chronic health conditions while enabling them to thrive? Because you still go to work. You told me you still solve problems. You still go for client meetings.
100%.
Yeah.
You know, Prof. So I do dialysis 3 times a week.
Yes, please.
So I have 4 hours 3 times a week.
Okay.
To me, those are times that I can work.
Oh, okay.
So if I have work to do, oh yes, I'll sit down and I have done a webinar whilst I'm on the machine.
Oh, no way.
I have done a presentation to over 150 people whilst I was on the machine.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
It's
So you just take it in your stride.
straight. You know. So those.
But you pray as well, don't you?
Very much so.
Okay.
Very much so.
I just thought I
Very
should
much
ask
so.
that.
I have,
God matters.
yeah, Massa. My brother is a bishop in Lighthouse.
Oh, wow. Okay.
My sister is in the UK, and she's very much into.
It's like
and
a whole prayer team.
I have
Come on.
so
Come
an
on.
army of people.
Come on.
You know, so
Who are praying and bearing you up.
Yeah, so
I think
very
it counts
powerful.
for something.
Yes.
That God also supports.
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
100%.
All right.
You know, I need to be thankful, seriously, because as I said, I have the resources.
Yes, please.
I have the temperament.
Yes, please.
You know, and I have the people around me.
Yes, please.
I mean, those are God.
They are God sent. Absolutely.
You know, God sent.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, the dialysis itself is not all low. There are medications.
Yes.
That, you know,
It's a whole gamut.
It's a whole gamut.
Absolutely.
It's a whole gamut.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
and without the right resources,
It will be a major challenge.
people.
Okay.
Major
All right.
challenge.
So there's hope. It can be managed. And with God on your side, you can still live a very fruitful life.
Very, very
even if you have renal challenges.
Very, very fruitful
Okay.
life.
All right. So let's start closing by looking at AI again. I'm segueing back to the tech issue.
Yeah.
A lot of people think AI will take their job away and then they'll be poor forever and they'll not get enough resources to live a good life.
Yeah.
So please, those who fear AI will displace them, what is your advice to them?
AI is a tool.
Okay.
It's a tool to enhance whatever you do. It's an opportunity to enhance whatever you are doing. I don't see AI really getting rid of a wholesale of jobs. Yes, there are certain roles that will, you know,
Repetitive roles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That AI will help you
Yes.
with. Yeah.
But to me, AI is helping me think more.
I agree. Totally
You know,
agree.
You know, I mean, do I use AI to create my presentations? Yes, I do.
I do as well.
Yes.
Very happily.
But when I do it, I read it and add
You
to it.
sanitize it, you distill
Yes,
it.
I
Yes.
add to it.
Absolutely.
You know, so I don't see how, you know, I really don't see that it is going to be that level of a negative impact from that. Okay, but we just need to understand how to use it and use it well.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay.
That's what I feel.
With your work with the Institute of ICT Professionals Ghana, you just had a big conference, this AMC Tycoon conference. What are your reflections on tech people coming together on the continent, and what opportunities exist for associations like the one whose board you sit on to push the tech agenda forward?
Well, I think very, very importantly, it needs to spread its wings. It was a great event, but I felt that more of our industry should have been there.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't see some key people that I felt have very strong voices, and that is where I will encourage my association to be able to rope in some of the heavyweights around to make them part of the association, so that if you look at the bar association, look at engineers, look at the marketing, you have the confidence that when you go there, the people who are in industry, the solid people are there. Okay, that might not be true of IIP, and that is something.
That's what we should be aspiring to.
Yes.
To build a critical mass of people who have the biggest voices, so we can take the thing forward.
Yes. Because when you come to advocacy, it needs to come from the association.
Indeed.
Where the big voices.
Indeed. Yes. So this 1 million coder project of the government, as a blueprint, it sounds exciting. But what practical steps can the government take to see the kind of bang for their buck they are looking for?
So even we received a letter from them soliciting for internship places.
Indeed.
For some of the people there, and I thought that yes, that should be the direction. Okay, placing them in industry, trying to get them, and they will be paid by the program, which releases some of the naysayers about these internships, because those are some of the sometimes the
teething problems,
about challenges. So I think that it is a big step forward, creating that platform for initial capacity building, and I'm confident that it will work.
Awesome.
So we are going to take some of them,
and partner the ministry to get it done.
Yes, definitely.
On this note of 1 million coders, the fact that there's good promise for it, the fact that Innovari is one of the many partners to take Ghana's digital agenda forward, I want to thank you so much for joining us on this edition of Titans and Trailblazers. We'll be back again very soon with more exciting times. See you.
Titans and Trailblazers is brought to you by the MNC Group.